How have I not noticed that before? The screen of this camera reflects in that guitar. Hey, it's LJ and welcome to another edition of LJ Reacts. For those of you not familiar with how this works, this is my little YouTube channel where I go back through time to pick up on various sort of elements of pop culture that seem to have passed me by in the last sort of 15 years. Usually it's mostly music reaction videos. Sometimes I do a little film trailer or whatever, which I've just dropped one on the recent Superman film. So want to hear my thoughts on that? Give that a watch. A little late, but hey, I've been away for a week. What do you expect? So yeah, I try and do a couple of these music ones a week. Usually a lesser known artist and a more sort of popular contemporary artist, or maybe even one from back in the day. So yeah. If you're liking what you are seeing at any point, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know how this works. You can also check me out on all the social medias. You can check me out in real life. I do appear outside the camera sometimes. Every Thursday at the Traveller's Joy in Rayleigh is one instance. If you are of the pub quiz, taking variety of people. It's worth thinking about. And if you're watching this before the 31st of May, check me out as the referee for Talks with Dorks presents Never Say Die. I think we're down to the last 30 or 40 tickets or something. It really isn't that many left. So yeah, might be one or two on the door, but so you can also, if you feel what I'm doing is worth it, buy me a coffee or a sandwich or something with whatever loose change you have jingling around in your back pocket there. So with that, we are going to crack on with what I'm talking about today. So as I've gotten older, I've grown an enjoyment for, I was going to say folk music, but it's more sort of kind of former like hardcore and punk guys who kind of went folk. Obviously Frank Turner is one of my favourite artists. I have mentioned that one a time or two here on the channel. I even did a song of his. I think I did a second song, but that's when my camera broke, so I don't actually know whether that's ever going to be salvageable or not. It's just a shame. I've enjoyed Jonah Matranga over the years, Beans on Toast. And another guy that's really sort of, I'd say he's fallen into that vein, although I don't think he was ever really a punk singer before that. It's a guy by the name of Varley. His early stuff where it's just him and the guitar, there is just something wonderful about that. There's just, there are just certain sounds in music where you just listen and it's just like, yeah, that's a bit of me. I mean, brilliant example of that is vocally. I think Corey Taylor has that for me, with the exception of the second Slipknot album. Basically everything he does, I think, is incredible. Yeah, there's a couple of guitarists I feel that with. I think Slash, big one. Just Will and his guitar. There's something really special about that. In fact, I'm literally, the moment I turn the camera off and this, I'm going to one of his gigs. It's just him doing an acoustic set. I'm psyched for that. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this, because he is dropping a new album at the end of this week, and so he's dropped a couple of tracks. So I have not actually checked what this one is called, but I do know it features one of the guys from Bastille. How do I know that? Anything to try and, add some additional numbers to my algorithm. So I'll chuck the word Bastille in the tags. See who that brings here. If you've come here for Bastille, let me know. Chuck something down in the comments. Let me know what you would like to hear me talk about. Yeah, I think they're still. I am familiar with the name. I think I have heard some of their stuff on the radio and thought, oh, they're all right. Um, if they're the band I'm thinking of, I think they have. There is something there that's going to gel quite well with sort of Varley's style. Um, so yeah, I did recently just catch Varley at a hometown gig of his just over a month ago, which was fun because he started touring with a band now. So some of his old songs, that was just him and the acoustic, have a backing beat, and there's one of his songs called "We Don't Believe You," which is about politicians lying to the world, and for some reason he chose to have his backing band do kind of a bluegrass bass beat to it. So it's like kind of beat, backing beat to what is ostensibly an incredibly serious song. It's such a weird juxtaposition. But I enjoyed it. So yes. So yeah, what am I watching today? I'm watching Home Before the World Ends. Because if you're gonna see the end of the world, you might as well be comfortable while you do it, I guess. Alright, I don't know if I've got anything more to add to this right now, so I'm gonna just fire up the music video and let you know my thoughts. Alright, here we are. Will Varley, Home Before the World Ends, featuring Bastille. Bastille. What Imagine Dragons wished they sounded like. I think, anyway. I hope I'm getting the band right. Let's fire this up.
Don't you worry, I'll be home before the world ends.
That's such nice sentiment. It's like all the things going on in the world, but don't worry, I'm going to be home before the world ends. Love the black and white sort of thing. A lot of his videos that aren't animated, I think have that. But yeah, there is just like a nice sort of easygoing kind of vibe to the back of this. It got I can see why they chose sort of a boat on the water. It does have kind of a chill feel to it. Yeah, let's keep this going.
Don't you worry, I'll be home before the world ends. Strange light, long drive through the night. Don't you worry, I'll be home before the world ends.
So like I said, I saw Will what, a month, 6 weeks ago. And one of the things he said when he was on stage is that his young daughter at the minute is getting to the point where she's kind of getting interested in what dad does for a living. And, you know, sometimes in the car, she'll put on some of his music. And apparently her critique was, Daddy, some of your music, it's quite sad. I don't know if he's taken that to heart, because there is very much while it's not the most positive song, there is a positive sort of backbeat in there somewhere. I don't know. It's it's I think it's because a lot of his songs there is especially the ones that aren't entire, especially the ones that lean kind of more political or socio-political, have kind of their own humor to them. But yeah, I think I lost my point there. Okay, let's keep this going.
Don't you worry, don't you worry, I'll be home before the world ends. Pieces of the stars are falling down. I'll be home before they touch the ground. Pieces of the stars are falling down. I'll be home before they touch the ground. Don't you worry, don't you worry, I'll be home before we chase the rain and the roads and the darks and the cold and the lights of the storm. Don't you worry, don't you worry, there'll be time before us waiting in the cold and the saints she will fade in the darkness and came to find you the stars and the flame and the demons, the stars that guide us.
I was gonna make a crack about how, even if the world's gonna end, you still gotta take a moment to stop and smell the flowers, but it's that's not what he was doing there, so I kind of just ruined that joke, and I'll just let that just pass on by. Well, that was a sudden finish. So yeah, that was Will Varley with Bastille, Home Before the World Ends. That was a quick finish. That had a really sudden ending. I wasn't quite expecting that. The sort of flow it had going on. I was expecting quite a nice sort of, maybe not fade out, but just less and less and less until it stopped. But no, just suddenly, it's almost like it stops in the middle of the beat. I think other songs of his actually do that, so I don't know. So I shouldn't be so surprised. But yeah, that was yeah. I really did enjoy that though. It's just a simple, on its face, just a simple sort of, just a simple sort of 3, maybe 4 chord sort of progression, but it just, yeah, there is an upbeatness to it that really kind of, yeah, made me smile. So yeah, that was Will Varley, Home Before the World Ends. I think, like I said at the start, for a song that has a title, it that is, there is an inherent bleakness about the end of the world, but there is an inherent comfort about knowing you'll be spending it at home. I think they perfectly kind of summed that up in the way the music was. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But yeah, I certainly enjoyed what I was listening to right there. Yeah. So, what was I thinking? Yeah. I don't really have a lot to add to that right now. Have a nice balance to it. Certainly You know, the chorus I was sort of really into. Yeah, there may have been some existential stuff in the lyrics that becomes kind of more apparent as I sort of sit down and edit this later. But yeah, it was just something nice just to bounce along to, and I enjoyed that. Like I said, so a lot of Will's stuff can be quite existential, um, and but the existential nature of this one isn't as obvious. So yeah, um, if I was to give it an overall score, yeah, I'm happy to stick that at like 7.5. That'll do for now. Um, so yeah, I don't think I have anything further to add. The Bastille guys, although they were very much in the background. And as I was listening more for Will than them, I'm not as disappointed as, say, the Wheatus song where I was listening for Bruce Dickinson. Um, that's in the archive somewhere. No, I'm not. I don't know if I'm going to tag it at the top there. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow me on the social medias. Check me out in person if you really want. Every Thursday at the Travel to Joy in Rayleigh, as well as 31st of May at Basildon Sport and Leisure Centre. Talks with Dogs presents Never Say Die. I might even still be. Yeah, I've still got the poster up. So you can of course chuck some change in the jar there, make me feel that a little bit more appreciated, and you can stick around for the next one. Like I said, I do sort of lesser known one artist and popular artist generally each week, so there may be actually an artist you've heard of if you've never heard of Will Varley before. If you haven't, thanks for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. Until the next one, I have been LJ. It's been emotional. Trouble putting the light on before the screen capture is a canny see shit. Lights, camera. I'd say action, but it's just me sitting in a chair. And the sun's gone behind clouds, so I definitely need some lights on the situation.
Thanks for sticking around for the end of the video. For those of you wondering why I'm doing this again, it's very, very simple. So, I've got an event coming up which features a lot of content creators, and basically, I just wanted to be one of the cool kids, just for a little bit longer. So, for those of you who live in the Essex area, you can catch me in the referee stripes for Talks with Dorks podcast, their debut British wrestling show, Never Say Die, featuring some of the top wrestling content creators out there, including Parky Streams, Danielle's Games, Max's Wrestling Channel, The Cosplay Nightmare, The Goonie Dad, AJ Slambino, Stone Cold Stolly, and JC Wrestle Talk. They will all be taking part in this show in various roles. Goonie Dad and AJ Slambino will be making their tag team debut. Like I said, I'll be the head referee, and the rest will be finding jobs for. They'll be being announced over the next few weeks. So check it out. I should have chucked the ticket link in the description below. So yeah, that's Basildon Sport and then Basildon Sport and Leisure even. 31st of May, Talks with Dorks, Never Say Die. Why are we calling that? Well, 40th anniversary of the Goonies. So